Hey guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you that I have a Twitter account over at carthusdojo. Head over there, follow me, send a tweet at me, and I'll reply right away, and we can have a cool discussion about Dragon Ball. If you want to have a voice chat discussion, check out the Discord. The link's in the description. You get invited right away. As long as you behave yourself somewhat, you can stay around. Alright, now, video intro. Hello everyone, I'm Carthu and welcome back to the dojo. Today, I wanted to discuss the likelihood of Gohan appearing in the new Broly movie, as well as if we really want him to. And as you can tell by the title, I don't really think we do. But first let's talk about where some videos have gone. As I've not updated this on YouTube, I have of course posted about it on my Twitter. That was already linked at the beginning of this video. But yeah, the last couple of videos that were about the Dragon Ball Super manga have disappeared, and some of my older ones too. And this is because of Shueisha issuing copyright strikes against people using manga scans in their videos. So basically don't look for me to cover the manga anymore on YouTube, or at least not in a format where I can show you the chapters or the panels visually. I'd have to just discuss it and you'd have to trust my word, or go to Viz to fact check me every time I say something. It's sort of a dumb system. Since they hit someone like Geekdom 101 though, he got 5 copyright strikes all at once. He's thankfully gotten them removed, and the process for him to get his channel back to the state it was at once before is getting there, but it is still an uphill battle, and I did not want to take that chance. So those videos are all gone. Unfortunately, 2 of those were some of my most popular videos, but what are you gonna do? You gotta keep on trucking on. Anyway, let's get to the topic of this video, which is Gohan. Now, Gohan being in the Broly movie has been a topic ever since we saw some character sheets revealed, a poster full of all of the character designs, not all of them, but a lot of them, promotional posters that were on the outside of theaters, and so on. We saw no Gohan on anything promotional whatsoever. And this led many people to believe that Gohan might not be in this movie, even though we've seen Goten and Trunks, random Frieza soldiers number 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as a bunch of other characters. Bulma's even more present than you would think, especially after Hiromi Suru tragically passed away this last year. Now, I'm not saying that Gohan should be in this movie. And I think that's the main point of this video, and so let's get to that point. Gohan shouldn't be in this movie. I'm going to flat out say it, because what will he do? He will either A, fight some Frieza fodder soldiers, B, get beaten up by Broly to show how strong Broly is, or C, both. Now, I'm not saying that role isn't just something that supporting characters have to deal with in Dragon Ball, because it is, but the fact that it is basically the role he is relegated to does not make an interesting story. Gohan has the potential to have interesting storylines, story arcs that pull him out of his comfort zone, which is his family life, his working life, and put him into a position where he needs to fight. Storylines that could be crafted around Gohan using external means to keep Vegeta and Goku away. Gohan would then be the strongest on Earth, and thus need to protect it in case of any external threats. He is not a character that grows off of the threats that others defeat. He is instead a character that is left to flourish under his own light and under his own circumstance. This is the character they have built, one of dichotomy, one that takes the presence of evil and seeks to eradicate the source. Ever since he's defeated Cell, he's known what he has to do in some circumstances. In the Tournament of Power, he had to face the realization that he was destroying other people's families, other people's universes. He accepted that. He moved past it for his own personal greater good. A morality sort of similar to that of Goku, who basically sees himself before he sees others. Not to say that Goku is in fact truly selfish in the overall, however, he is emotionally desensitized to those around him and their wants, needs, and so on. He has no grasp of people outside of himself and how they could be different from himself. This is something that is truly shown within the Cell Saga, where Gohan wants to be something that Goku isn't, and Goku just can't grasp this concept. Back to Gohan though, as I will discuss Goku's morality more so in a different video, Gohan has gained this Goku-esque mentality when it comes to the world, right and wrong, and doing what needs to be done. But he turns it into a positive notion, not saying he's fighting for the sake of fighting, rather fighting for the sake of people who are his people. A good example of this ideology in real life would actually be countries. You see, countries actually have wars because they think it would benefit the people that they serve, their society. They do not have wars because they think it would benefit external societies, regardless of what they may actually say, to pretend that they have some moral high ground or justification overall on the grand scale for their war. Wars are usually fought to benefit the society that the government serves, and thusly, modern Gohan does the same thing, and he requires a better villain, someone that's more counteractive to that mentality, someone who is also doing the same thing, fighting for something they believe in, something that is their inherent goal, that is their people and their place. Gohan hasn't really had to do that outside of the Tournament of Power, and even during the Tournament of Power, he sort of accepted and moved past because they were quick fights. Now, imagine a longer Obani fight, a longer fight with someone who challenges his mentality of what is right and wrong, a longer ideological struggle of what he should really be doing, and that is the sort of villain that Gohan needs. That is the sort of fight Gohan should want to face, and again, external circumstances keep Goku and Vegeta away. But back onto the Broly movie specifically, Broly, Frieza, the Frieza Force, they are not forces that inherently conflict with Gohan. And in actuality, Toriyama is presenting it in such a way in his notes and his little blurbs that this is a story talking about Saiyan destiny, and how 3 Saiyans can have a destiny that intermingles in such a way that it brings them all to the same place at the same time after the rest of their race has been eradicated. This destiny bringing them to the forefront in power, speed, ability, the level of the gods in their grasp, and these Saiyans are the ones who must fight. Gohan does not fit into that narrative. That's probably the reason Piccolo is being used as the quote-unquote fodder character. You see, Piccolo has no ideological connection or even historical connection to Broly, maybe slightly Frieza, but that's about it. Piccolo is a good character to do this with because this is not Piccolo's fight, and you can make no even minor connections to him. Save Gohan for a bigger deal, let Piccolo take this one, and have Gohan take the next one. I don't want this to be like me picking on Piccolo, saying he should be the one to do this, but I'm saying in this case he has the least amount of connection, so he is the one that should be utilizing that lack of connection. He also lacks a unique ideology that separates him from Vegeta or Goku or even Ten Shinhan, where his ideology is just martial arts, and that ideology of martial arts is to inherently get stronger over time, as strong as possible. He has no separate story to be told as of this point, and that story needs to be built up before we start setting him up for those stories and not wasting him on these useless opportunities. Now, Gohan, I think, has a great potential to be utilized, similar to the way he was utilized in the Cell games, challenging his very core foundations, his entire mental capacities, and his overall ideological wits. Dragon Ball is not a deep show. It is really a show that comes down to fighting and cool effects with cool poses and interesting choreography. That's it. Dragon Ball has nothing beyond those facets. But some characters break the mold. And when they do, the show elevates from being good or even okay to excellent, extraordinary, showing a side of Toriyama's writing that was never really present before. And I think that is why it would be a waste to use Gohan as some random character just thrown into the movie for the sake of it. Save Gohan. A new series is bound to happen sooner or later. Money speaks for itself. Let's get some good writers working alongside Toriyama, and let's actually make Gohan a great character again. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Leave your opinions, counterpoints in the comments down below. Subscribe if you want more Dragon Ball videos, and hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I do just about anything on this website. You can also check out the Patreon if you really want to support me. But for now, guys, video outro.